Gives the command for the game to commence. It's Wales, it's Ghana, it's at the Cardiff City Stadium. And there's plenty hanging on this. Rondon. Now Dan James. He's got pace about him. Gets a pass his man. Clips one into the box. Well watched by Thomas Partey. Come out in Sulemana. Just look at the way the Wales team were just applying the pressure high up the pitch to win the ball from Sulemana. Sulemana stay. Lovely ball. Dan James has got the pace. Can he pick his man out? But it's well cleared by Jonah Adete. The space are beginning to emerge for Wales there. And that was for one moment you thought they were in behind the Black Stars team and they could find Kiefer Moore, but it wasn't to be. And James, whenever he's on his bike, it's difficult to this set piece. The in-swinger that is coming in, the dangerous ball, but it's headed away for a corner kick. Atizigi was off his line. He didn't get a touch on that. It was cleared away by the defenders. Have a better look at that from that. It's a lovely whip on the ball. Ajete was the one who got the head on the ball. This time, an opportunity from Sheehan. Ball clipped into the ball. Lovely work there. And it's a lovely header. Brilliant save by Atizigi onto the woodwork. Dan James thought for a moment he has scored. Atizigi denied him with that. Dan James. Nico Williams again. Sheehan makes a lovely darting pass, but Williams ignores him. Ball back to Williams. Lovely feet. Brooks looking for Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore on the turn. Finds Dan James on the edge of the box. Dan James. 1-2. Lovely strike. But Dan James again was through. Ball was blocked by Partey, but on the second attempt, Atizigi might have just got fingertips on that one onto the woodwork. And that was the initial save from Dan James. Ah, what a header. But even a better save to deny him, Kwame. Fans watching. Oh, lovely 1-2. Dan James on his bike now. Dan James has got option on the edge of the box. He finds it. The lovely trunket for Spurs. Mohamed Salisu suffered an ACL injury, so he was ruled out. More recently, Jiku as well. Now, Fatah Sahaku finds Jordan Ayew with a lovely ball. Jordan Ayew takes the strike, but it was always rising. But that was promising.
Very promising. And I mean, he was just at the right place at the right time. And great pass here from Fatah Sahaku. And I loved the first touch, taking him away from the defender. But, well, maybe he could have done better.
The look on the face of those Ghanaian fans says it all, Kwame.
I mean, we've been under the couch for a greater part of the 2 minutes so far. But as long
if this is the only game they've got ahead of the World Cup, or the Federation would have another game arranged for the team to warm themselves up to the competition. But officially, this is the only game scheduled to be played. And that was a loose pass from Dallo. It's Jordan Ayew's opportunity. The angle was almost against him, and Dallo makes the save. First real opportunity for the Black Stars, and it's Carl Dallo who his pass was shot to his man. Jordan reacts well to get to the ball, but just couldn't get his effort away quickly enough. And Dallo was on hand to apply the save.
you've got to give the goalkeeper a lot of credit as well.
Slolo again. Looking for the run of his man and finds him brilliantly. Brooks was almost down the middle of Gideon Mensah and Jerome Opoku. A well watched by Jerome Opoku, and Brooks is showing his appreciation for the spotting of that ball from against the Black Stars of Ghana. Prince Edu keeps the ball in field, but there's so much pressure from the Wales side anytime they are off the ball. But the ball breaks kindly for the Black Stars with it. Elijah Owusu finds Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kamaldeen Sulemana chops in and strikes the ball, takes a deflection, but straight into the arms of Carl Dallo.
Yeah, that's what we're expecting him to do pretty much.
Looking for Brooks, who's been brought down, and it's Thomas Partey, who is already on a yellow card. Referee's having strong words with the Ghanaian midfielder.
The referee just keeping his cards. That's a booking on any day.
Yeah, Thomas Partey didn't seem to connect with the ball at all of his man, Brooks. So that was the earlier foul that got him into the book of the referee.
And beyond those games, he was barely getting a looking at Villarreal as well.
Now Ghana can search forward. Fatai Sahaku checks the ball into his left foot, trying to cut in now onto the edge of the box. Can he find his man? Elijah Owusu sends the ball to Gideon Mensah, looking for one body in the box. Well defended. Senaya! Oh, tipped over the ball by Cardalo.
What a goal that would have been.
Senaya's effort for one moment looked like it was going nowhere. Took a deflection, and all of a sudden, Dalo had to readjust to tip it over the bar. That could have ended up anywhere. It was a brilliant ball to find David Brooks down the line. Brooks making his way, but a wonderful tackle by Kwesi Sibo. Referee says play on, and right away Ghana trying to stretch the play on the attack with Jordan Ayew. Confronted by Rodon, it's forced all the way back to Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah forced all the way back to his centre-backs. And that was one of the problems in that first half. Anytime Ghana were on the attack, Elijah Owusu, Jordan Ayew. Elijah Owusu looking for the run of Kamaldeen Suleiman Abakardalo. Well watched, really, really good goalkeeping from him. Had to keep an eye on that, had to anticipate and had to get there early ahead of Kamaldeen Suleiman.
And had to get that right.
Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew turns this man, gets into the box, faces one across the face of goal, but there was no run there to apply the finishing touch. And the ball go all the way to that side. Gets into the box. He's looking for a foul, but the referee says play on. And now a foul for Wolves. That was a really strong play by Marvin Senaya. But because he's high up the pitch now, Thomas has got space. Finds David Brook looking for Kiefer Moore. The ball is in behind him a little bit. Deflects and wide.
Almost turning out to be an own goal. That would have been very, very...
A lovely run there by David Brook. He's looking for Kiefer Moore, who was onside there. Ball's in behind him, and Gideon Mensah just couldn't sort his feet out in time. And almost diverting that into the... I think the goalkeeper had it covered, Benjamin Asare. From the wall side, but strong tackle coming in from Nico Williams. Nyama now. Got a beating of his man, finds Senaya, who had just strayed offside, couldn't time his run well. The referee. Yeah, and Senaya can quite clearly see what he's trying to communicate to Nyama. Faster, clean the ball in faster and quicker. Substitution now for Wales. Kiefer Moore will make way now. The changing room did get the manager talking to them. And now Ghana can attack this corner with a very good ball into the box. Ajete with the header. Just couldn't keep his header down. That was a really lovely ball by the skipper, Jordan Ayew. Goalkeeper couldn't come out and claim it. Was begging to be struck on target. Ajete climbed hard. Senaya, Gideon Mensah, and Elijah Owusu, the three of them play for Auxerre in the French League. Had a very difficult season. Survived the relegation with 2 games to go, where they were strong in winning those games. But now Ghana can push forward. Nyama can check onto his left. It's Nyama! Boy is saved by Dalo, and finally now Ghana breaks the deadlock through the substitute Calibri. And as Nyama was breaking through, he was denied. Uechi denied the first time of the woodwork, but not for the second time. And finally, the deadlock is broken in Wales, but not for the Welsh. It's the Ghanaians who have broken the deadlock, and it's Caleb Uechi.
This pretty much came out of nothing, you have to say. I mean, I didn't thought, what a pass this, and what a first touch from Nyama. And I thought at this point he was going to cut it and score. He did that brilliantly. I thought he was going to find either side of the net. But well done to Caleb, because at some point I thought the chance was lost.
Yeah. So it's Enes Nyama whose pace and his ability to carry the ball came to full force there. Couldn't find the curl into the far post. Carl Dallo managing to squeeze in and actually deflected off one of his players onto the woodwork. But you need to be there. You need to be at the right place at the right time to apply the finishing touch. And to the delight of Kalesh Kyrgios, it was the man in the yellow shirt, Caleb Urinti, who was on hand to apply the finishing touch. With Bonsuba. Gideon Mensah swings some early cross in, trying to find his man. It was Jerome Opoku. It was a free header, but couldn't generate enough power on the header. But that was a lovely shape on the ball from Gideon Mensah. We'd have thought Jerome Opoku looked a lot better, way better than we saw in the first half, Kwame.
Way better, way better. That 15 minutes at the half time, I'm sure the managers would have spotted a thing or two.
Now there they go again. And it's Nyama looking for the run of Jordan. Brendan Asante! Oh, he was almost slipping through the shot and he couldn't get the shot on target. But Nyama's space is causing chaos for that world side. Anytime he's on the ball, he's electrifying. Lovely combination there. Almost trying to pick out his captain. That would have been a wonderful pass. Cut out to Brendan Asante, but just couldn't keep his feet as he struggles. Fashion one more attack in stoppage time. Congreve. Nico Williams. Broadhead. Back to Williams. Oh, gets round Barbara Man so easily. Ball comes into the box. The header is good. And it's the equalizer they've been looking for. Wales pulling back from Kumas. The second half substitute who took the place of Kiefer Moore. And Ghana has been breached right at the death. Wales won. Ghana won. Kwame.
You've got to ask a lot of questions about, here at this point. Poor defending, if you ask me.